to record. So last time we had Chinadu, who came from pharmacy background, and he's now working at Profarma. Today we have Padmaja. She comes from non-life sciences background. I want to bring her up because for various
sorry,
reasons.
Abhishek, sorry to interrupt you. I am from life sciences background.
Life sciences background, sorry. So I want her to go through her story. If she doesn't cover something I want her to cover, I'm going to take the liberty. I already asked her permission, but I think she's very generous and free will to give all the information that you need. So Padmaja, talk about your story. When did you join? What happened with marketing? How many interviews you had? What are some of the things most important that I want everyone to hear on this call from you? The reason why I invited you on this call is this. I want everyone to know what are some of the overcomings that you had to do. Like, what did you overcome during the interview process? What helped you? And how did you do it? So those are the most important things, not the subject and the number of interviews and all those things, which many of you will be able to do in the next 60 days. So I want you to focus on that at the end of it. And if there's any questions from any one of the folks on the call, they are going to email Akila, and Akila will forward them to you so that you can, as you agreed to, just, kind of put some thoughts together on that email back to them.
Sure, Abhishek.
All yours.
Hello, everyone. This is a very huge batch I have been so far now. So I came from life sciences background. I actually pursued masters in environmental sciences. It is a multidisciplinary course, and bachelor's in microbiology and biochemistry. And I also did my PhD, but I could not continue. I discontinued my PhD. I did a teaching assistant for the microbiology students. All this is all 15 years ago. There is a long gap. So I was doing some freelancing work later. And after just last year, I got to know about the pharmacovigilance. One of my friend called me and told that there is a huge demand in the pharmacovigilance. Why can't you go for it? Because I came from microbiology background, but it's been like 15 years ago. I don't have any touch with the life sciences background, but still I was in passion about the science always. So initially I was, when I got to know about pharmacovigilance, I was in an opinion that only works for medical people who is having medical background and also the pharmacy background. So initially I did not show much interest to even look into it, but later I started researching about the opportunities, got to know some subject regarding it, but nothing worked out. So during my research only, I found Abhishek through LinkedIn and got to know about the MediPharm Solutions. So the day I started, from the day I started only, I got the way Abhishek is teaching, especially attending the live webinars. I really look forward to the classes, and I got very much interest, and I really enjoyed knowing about the PV and the preparation. All done, all 3 months course is done. Then came my interview process, and I was into the marketing. Believe me, guys, I was very nervous initially. I mean, while I was talking to the first interview only, I was very nervous and my voice is breaking up. Even though what I could know, I couldn't tell even my first question. Just tell me about myself. I couldn't explain it properly. Then I brought this challenge because Abhishek told me not to call it as a problem. I brought this challenge into the first marketing call itself, because whatever you feel and you have to express in the initial stages itself. Then Abhishek told me, first, don't think it is a problem, it's a challenge. And if you are in dilemma, not sure what's working for you, just follow your mentor. That's what I did. I just followed Abhishek, and also Akansha helped me throughout this journey. I followed Abhishek's mantra, I can say. That's the first one is enjoy your preparation. And the second one is believe in yourself. I don't believe in myself. I believe, but I don't have confidence in me. Then he told that that's okay if you don't believe in yourself, borrow someone who believes in you, borrow the belief from someone else who believes in you. So he is believing in me. And even my batchmates that time, they have some belief that I mean, they always say me that you have some knowledge and all, but I got I borrowed their belief, and especially from the Abhishek's encouragement and the confidence. I can say about the preparation, what I can say is you will better understand the subject when you explain to someone. This is what Abhishek told me. So I always I'll find my kids or my husband that I want to explain my topic today. So you will better understand that when you explain to someone. So all these three things I really followed whatever he said, because I don't know what will work for me. I exactly followed what Abhishek said. And if you don't find anyone else also, you just stand in front of the mirror and you can explain the subject. You believe me guys, even the second interview itself, the feedback I got that you are speaking like you did the interview, you have so much experience. I mean, I did prepared for the interviews, even for the small things. Tell me about yourself, or even the small things, because the interviews are not complex. They won't ask you the complex questions at all. They'll just look at your confidence. They'll just see how confident you are. You have to practice that, but because I know everyone will be knowing about the subject. The only thing is we have to be confident. If I could do it, because I'm just a background from MSc Environmental Sciences, you all could do it, because you all have better education than me. There are a lot of doctors in this call, PharmD students in this call. So if I could do it, you all can do even better, more than me. That's what I can say. If you have any questions or anything else, you can.
So
I'm
Padmaja, how
always.
many interviews did you have?
Actually, I had 3 interviews. I mean, video interviews. I applied to 15. The recruiter calls, I had so many. But the interviews, I got 3. And I was offered for all the 3 jobs. I got 2 offers. And the third one, they called me for the second round. Before that only, I accepted the offer, which I liked it.
Why did you like the offer that you accepted?
Because that was my that was my first interview, which I attended with most confidence, and I had to take a 3-hour video call in interview.
So during the interview, did you find anything that from a subject standpoint that we did not cover that you were not able to answer?
No, everything is almost covered.
Okay.
Only if actually they did not ask me much about the subject. If, they asked me a few things, like if they asked me one question which we did not cover, that is, I think, have you have experience in clinical documents, working on clinical documents?
Mm-hmm.
That is, have you reviewed IB and protocol?
Mm-hmm.
But I said I don't have experience in that, but I know I don't write IB, and I said I don't. Medical writers will write the IB and all, but I get a chance to review the IB when I joined the company. I said like that. So, and they even asked me, do you have experience in vendor activities and all? I said I don't have experience in vendor activities, but they said if I say no also, they were fine, because I'm confident that what I don't know, I exactly told them I don't know these all.
That's
And
a very good point. You should not just know what you know. you should also know what you don't know, because sometimes we ask questions like, were you a part of FDA inspections? We know from the title that you are having on the resume that you cannot be a part of audit and inspections. So you can't say yes to everything. So you have to know your limitations as well. So thank you for bringing that up. But thank you, Padmaja, for your time. I know there are a few questions, guys. I have one more class after this. Please email Akila. Your questions will be answered no matter what this weekend. We'll get it to Padmaja and she'll answer it to you directly. Please do that. But again, thank you, Padmaja, for taking time. Always, it's a pleasure talking to you. I really like students who put in the efforts and get things done for them, irrespective of your educational qualifications, because I see a lot of doctors, physicians and PhDs and other higher professions not able to get through sometimes because of confidence, belief. And I see folks who may not have that great education getting through it just by uh, sheer commitment. And I can quote many people. I mean, as I keep thinking of this, I can think of at least 10 people last quarter actually, who got jobs. It's not because of us, it's just because of them being consistently applying and believing that this is something they can do. I don't think getting a job in pharmacovigilance is hard, or getting any job in pharmaceuticals is hard. It is just that you got to keep applying with the belief that you can get this thing done. Most people don't. If I say to you today that if you buy this lottery, you're going to hit $1 million, how many of you believe that you're going to buy that lottery? If you have the belief, you can go and buy the lottery, right? But some of you will not, because thinking that it's just luck thing, I'm not going to buy it. That we cannot help. So these are all things that I can tell you on a marketing call again, on every Monday that we do. But again, the point of doing this is it's a very short period of time. Like Padmaja, how many months were you in marketing, Padmaja?
In marketing, I think 1.5 months.
You see that it's 6 weeks to make someone do what she has done is very hard, because it's ingrained in your behavior, in your thought process. We have 70,000 thoughts a day. How many of them are being positive? So it's very hard to change that when you are with us for 6 weeks or 12 weeks. And that's why I wanted to add this series, so that you guys can start thinking, okay, if Padmaja can do it, why am I different? Why cannot I think that I'm going to get this thing done? And the new notion that we have in the current marketing group is, why cannot your first interview be your last interview? Why do you have to go through 5 interviews to gain experience? You don't need to gain experience every time you do something. Your first experience can be your best experience, and the only experience you should have. And these are all things we'll talk again and again, but in the interest of time, thanks again, Padmaja. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week, Tuesday, same time. We have a conference next week. If you are guys in Baltimore area, I'll be there. It's a live conference from DIA. I'll be there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let me know. It's a DIA annual conference for pharmacovigilance REMS, risk management. Akila will send out the details. We'll be presenting on 2 days, on Tuesday and Wednesday, but classes will go on. So I'll see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. All right, yes, bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for inviting me to this call.
Yeah, bye.
Pleasure.